Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void series. This is a best of 7 series between True and Polt from Dreamhack, Montreal. Game 1 of this series is on Apotheosis, the latter edition, and in the top left we have the blue Zerg player, it is True. And in the bottom right side of the map we have the red Terran player, it is Polt. Alright, so Polt has been a very, very incredible Terran player to a point where some people have complained that he wins every game that I ever show on my channel. And it seems like he does like to win long macro games, but if they're shorter than 10 minutes, Zerg has a pretty good chance of beating Polt, according to my research. Alright, so again, this is a best of 7 series. I'm going to go ahead and cast it all in one sitting. And let's go ahead and see what's going on Apotheosis, the latter edition. Apotheosis? Come on, man. Apotheosis. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, Apotheosis. Hatch first here from True. Nothing too crazy on that side of things. And what looks like all the world to be a Reaper expand out of Polt. And good thing for me, I have my Reaper name list handy. So let's pull that up real fast. Got some good ones. Got some good ones on the queue here. Again, please hold off on suggesting Reaper names. I'm having a hard time getting through them all as it stands. I mean, I do Terran games pretty often, but sometimes there's not a Reaper, and I have like 40 on my list. So even if there was one every day, it'd still take me like 3 weeks to get through the list as it stands. So it is going to be a Reaper. We're going to name him Jesse James. Somebody suggested that name more than once on the channel. They really want for me to name one of these Reapers Jesse James after the famous American criminal, I believe back from the Western days, from the Old West, back in the 1800s. When the western part of the United States wasn't even mostly the United States at that point. And was kind of a lawless area where you had sheriffs and outlaws and all sorts of cool stuff. That is another barracks coming up for Polt. That is not a factory after all. But he is going for a reactor, so I don't think this is a Mass Reaper play. But Jesse James is heading on out with his 2 Colt 45s. I'm not sure if they had the Colt 45 back in the time of Jesse James, but it's a revolver. I know they had those. I'm not good with guns, but True, on the other hand, is getting 4 Lings, 2 Queens back home. Should be enough to handle this Reaper. Again, the Reaper doesn't have to scout. This is a 2-player map, so knows exactly where the Zerg player is. This is a good place to go to check to see if True went for the gold base, as is natural, as some people do. But True is down here, and he actually saturated this base. He's going to get a drone kill. Drone kill for Jesse James. Well done, Jesse. Again, the micro by Polt's insane. I'm just surprised True... I mean, there was a tiny window there where Polt was able to get in there and kill a drone before the Queen showed up. That's exactly what that was. And Polt, he just timed it very well. He knows this map. He knows what to do. I'm going to try to hop into the main base, but guess what? There are Lings here, and they get a surround. Hopping back down there. Reaper taking about half damage from the Queen and from those Lings. Waiting for combat drugs to heal him up back up to 60 hit points. And Pneumatized Carapace is coming up for True, so he wants to have some fast overlords for some scouting. Have to imagine that's what that is. Looks like a Ling. Try to get up here and do some stuff, but there was a wall. But the Ling did get a nice scout. I mean, saw pretty much everything that's going on except for the additional barracks here. So it's a 2 racks into factory, which is kind of interesting. Jesse James here wants to get that creep tumor. Can he get it? No. Nope. 10 damage on that KD8 charge, but not enough to actually kill a creep tumor. Speedlings now. Speedlings are out. Jesse James knows his stay is over. He does not want to overstay his welcome, and he's going to back out just a little bit here. A Ling for True heading on up. I'd be interested. There's a 3rd base. I was going to say, True should be getting a 3rd sometime soon, and he is. And he is. Income tab, as we see up here, 36 to 30 total harvesters. True's looking very well on that side of things. Speed Overlord trying to get that scout on off, and what will he see? Nothing crazy. 2 barracks, a factory, and a starport, as well as another base, and a lot of Marines. So the fact that the starport's not done yet means this drop is a little bit later than I think Polt wants it to be, but he wanted to have this defense. I'm guessing he wanted to have this defense to kind of protect against any aggression out of True in the early game, but True wasn't very aggressive at all. Getting double evolution chamber back here, +1 on the Carapace, and I have to assume this is going to be, yep, +1 melee attack. True is planning on going for ultras at some point in this matchup, in this game. I guess not the whole... I don't know, some point somewhere he's going to go for ultras. Can pretty much guarantee that one. It is Legacy of the Void after all. Queen stabbing away. Reaper comes in to scout. Is there a Roach Warren? No. Is there a quick lair? No. Where are we with this, says the Reaper. The Reaper's going to die. Jesse James, couple shots, and he's alive for now. Can the Lings get him before he gets up? Yes. Bam. Corpse falling down. He did end up getting a drone kill to his name, and got a beautiful scout off. Saw no early lair, saw no gas there. It's not going to be Mutas. That's good to know. It's not going to be Roach Ravager because there is no Roach Warren yet. It's just going to be a third base, which he did scout as well. And basically, True's just going to sit back and macro up just a little bit. Polt has his engineering bays on the front door. That's a little bit surprising. I don't know how I feel about that, but +1/+1 is on the way for Polt. He's finally picking up and dropping here at about the 5-minute mark. Very surprising. So all that True has to defend against this, as they drop some Marines to take out this Overlord, all that True has to defend against this is going to be Speedlings. He's a Baneling Nest on the way, but it's not done yet. This drop is going to get there before that completes. Maybe some static defense would be useful. Having some Queens is good too, but that's a lot of Marines. There are 15 Marines on the field right now. It's 57 and 44 Harvesters. True's been droning up, and I'm not sure it's going to work out for him to be droning up this hard. It's so hard to deal with the drop this large just with Speedlings. I mean, again, the Baneling Nest is on its way. I just don't know how useful it's going to be. Although True is actually Overlord hunting. Surprisingly, he's kind of stopping to go Overlord hunting, and they kill a single Marine down there. This swell of Speedlings does. They decide to head on down. They're not worried about this drop. They don't not needed for base defense. Apparently, 18 Lings are on the way. Centrifugal Hooks is coming up too. And the Queen's trying to stab at that medevac, forcing it to flee. It's a pretty good Zergling wall right there, though I don't think the Lings are getting through that. So dropping on the outer edge is something that Polt likes to do. The Lings are not running to their deaths. They're waiting for friends. The drones are pulling out. The Queens, the 4 Queens, really want to kill those medevacs is what they want to do. And they do get one. That's pretty good. And can get the other one. The medevac is forced to retreat a little bit here. Queens, they are not worried about these Marines at all. They know once the medevac is dead, the Marines are dead too, and they are. Great hold there. Fantastic hold there by True. Actually getting some shots off on this third base. Was that tank fire? Did they do that too? Oh, they got a supply depot. Hold on. Hold on. Did they do all that work? They must have. They must have come in here and been working on that, where Polt was worried about stuff up top, was worried about this. True is actually forcing a lift off there, and he takes down 2 supply depots with his Lings. Holy cow. What an amazing play there by True. Yeah, so completely cleaned up there. Killed 2 supply depots. Actually supply blocks Polt. Supply blocks Polt. Forces third base to lift off. Beautiful opening here by True. He's up 55 to 52 total Harvesters. Polt is double supply blocked right now. He's making supply depots to remedy the situation, but this is just a lot of Lings from True. It's going to be Ling and Banes. Is this like a 3 base? Oh, 4 base. 4 base Ling Baneling attack. Centrifugal Hooks is just about to finish here. It is about 15 seconds away. Bunker coming up too. Ling's going to get massacred unless they run away. Some of them do manage to escape there. And here come the Banes. Speed is almost finished. The Ling's getting in here. There are a few Marines, but they are going to die. That bunker is not going to complete. The Banelings shouldn't really explode on anything here. Should save them for the Marines, forcing a cancel on that bunker. Great play. Also some drop lord play from True, trying to sneak on up into the main base here. And he gets in, gets right on top of a supply depot. He's trying to supply block Polt. This will do it. Actually, if he does take out this one depot and he doesn't, he decides to move instead into this mineral line, killing a bunch of Lings. Some Lings coming on in. The Banelings really want to get a hit, but this is great positioning by Polt. He's got Widow Mines back there too, man. He's ready for anything. So those Lings all died, but some SCVs were killed. It's 72 to 53 Harvesters. True has been droning up like a crazy person to this point. Holy cow, he's been droning up hard. I mean, he's halfway saturated on his 4th base right now. So those Banelings decide to run away. APM for these players, 350 or so for True, about 250 for Polt currently. About over 300 for both, though, on average throughout the game. Pathogen glands coming up. Can see some infestors. Got some a hive coming up too, as well as glial reconstitution for True. A Baneling drop attempt here. There's nothing here to stop this. Look out, Polt. Run your SCVs. There's an attack over here. Is Polt distracted? I think Polt was distracted. A lot of dead SCVs there. 10 dead SCVs. The Overlord does die, but it's 76 to 44 Harvesters. Holy cow. Army value is definitely favoring our Terran player right now, about 4,500 versus 2,400 in favor of Polt, but I feel like True's economy is as such that he can make a huge army whenever he wants. He has Infestors, he has Roaches, he has Lings, he has Banelings. He's got Glial Reconstitution just about complete here. I don't know that a purely Marine force is going to be able to do this thing. I really don't. So let's take a look. True's taking another base. Polt is just going Marine, Marauder, Widowmine with some medevac support. How many medevacs does he have? He has 6. Definitely a good number there. And stemming forward, scanning and killing some creep tumors. Something that all good Terrans know how to do. Polt is one of the best in the world at it. And that's a lot of dead creep tumor. That was a beautiful scan. Beautiful scan. 10 creep tumors have been killed so far. So here are the banelings. Here are the roaches, the infestors too. Coming up the ramp are some sacrificial marines. Widowmine shot does kill a single unit there. Banelings getting focused down by Polt. Absolutely beautiful stuff there. Just nice. Infestor dies. Why are you in the front lines, Infestor? 2 infestors die. The fungal's weakening some stuff. Another attack up this way is going to kill a base. True is, I don't know, a lot of trouble here. Actually, Polt is amazing with his marines, especially if you give them upgrades. +2/+2 has completed here, which is absolutely insane. Another attempt on through here. Ling's trying to come through. Widowmine shot does get some things down, but that is it. Everybody gets cleaned up. This army is still alive, though, and they took down the hatchery. Lings and banelings clearing out some of the stuff. But Polt picks up and boosts out. He's going to try to go ahead and harass this base as well at 76 to 50 total harvesters. This base up and running for Polt, making another one, too. Woo! Quick little sneeze there. And yeah, Widowmine with 2 kills, not super effective. That one also has 2. Nothing to write home about if you're a Widowmine. And here we go. Here comes Polt. Once again, he's got his marines. He's got a marauder this time. Infestor in the front just seems bad. I don't know. Big ol' Widowmine shots there. 4 kills on that one. I think there was one up here that got killed, but got a shot off first of all. Queen really wants to get her a medevac, but by herself that is very difficult. True taking another base over there. Replanting. This one is not discouraged whatsoever by this pressure from the Terran player. Widowmine shot again, killing a single Zergling, Corrosive Bile, Fungal Ball. 3 medevacs at once. Whoa, what a move there by True. Absolutely insane. Small group over here by Polt. It's still 72 to 50 harvesters. I mean, True's just had a massive worker lead for a lot of the game so far. That Widowmine has 13 kills. Are there any overseers on the map at all? Yes, there are 2. They're not here, though. They're definitely not in range of this. Ling counterattack, attempting to do some stuff. There are tanks. There are liberators ready to go. Ultralisk Cavern popping right now for True, and he is working on +3/+3 for his melee ground units. Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff out of Polt so far. So the banelings and the roaches and the lings are going to try to hold it until the ultras show up. They should do a fairly good job of it just because, again, their upgrades are pretty good. And bam, another Widowmine shot, but the Widowmine loses its life in the process. Marines, Marauders coming up to assist. Another attack up here, killing some more creep tumors. This base under assault once again. Can Polt take this base down for the second time? I don't know. Widowmine firing on that Overseer, but it does end up dead. Lings trying to come on in. Widowmine shot. 6 kills on that Widowmine. Just great positioning by Polt so far, making sure those Widowmines get off nice and juicy hits whenever they darn well please. Lings coming on top of those tanks. That is not good for the tanks. Tanks dying. Surprisingly, banelings might as well take out the tanks, I guess. Nope, going into that mineral line. Run, SCVs, run! Oh boy, a bunch of SCVs died there too. Lings trying to kill stuff. Liberators killing them. Not the most cost-efficient way of doing things, but not too terrible either. Polt there with a single kill on that siege tank, and the aggression is over. Infestors walking into a meat grinder. Seems like a bad rally. Seems like a bad rally to me. And Polt hanging out. Bunch of Lings, bunch of Ravagers, Infestors. Chitinous plating coming up. Any ultras yet? No. Nope, a little bit gas-starved here. And coming for the backside. Surprise! Fungal Bile! Bam! Killing one of the medevacs, not getting the other one. Does manage to escape with a handful of Marines and Marauders. Another hit squad over this way by Polt, saying there's a lot of army on that right side. I bet I'm going to attack the left. Not have to worry about much of anything whatsoever. And he's right. And he is correct, as this hatchery is definitely going to die. +3/+3, not there quite yet, but it doesn't matter. This is Polt. He's doing very well for himself. Lings coming in, just cleaning this base out. 18 workers killed. 84 to 29 total harvesters. Holy crap. Polt dropping in the main base. He needs to make something happen now because he is so dead economically. I just don't know how he can compete. The fungal does catch a good handful of units there, killing him. Killing them too, as they are very low on HP already. Another Infestor dies. That's so many dead Infestors. 7 dead Infestors. Fungal catching. Banelings killing everything on the ground except for that Marauder, who is spared because he doesn't take extra damage from Banelings. As we all know, Marauder's getting another kill on that Infestor. So darn effective with a Baneling destroying one of the Marauders there. Medevacs trying to make it home. Ah, the fungal misses. Nice split there by Polt, actually. Beautiful split, making sure no one fungal can catch any number of his medevacs but one. Marauder gets cleaved in half by this somehow fully upgraded Ultra at the 14-minute mark. I mean, the upgrades by True have been absolutely insane. This base is getting mined out. Polt is at 29 total harvesters, not really replacing his ones either, not building anything over there. He's keeping the aggression up. He has Liberators, he has tanks. He is relying on those to keep him alive against these Ultras, his Marauders and Marines. Was he not getting +3? I thought he was getting +3 infantry armor. I don't actually see it on the way. Instead choosing to go for vehicle weapons, which is good if you have a lot of tanks, and Polt definitely does. Setting up the Liberator Defender mode circles here. Do you want to go up that ramp? I don't know if you do, True. I'm not entirely sure if that's something you're interested in doing. The tank lines are there, just splashing a little bit. True says, fine, you want to set up there? I'm going to go kill all your stuff. How does that sound? I'm not even going to bother to engage. You want this hatchery? Have it. Take it. I'm going to base race you at this point, taking down the refinery. And then deciding to leave the rest of the base alone and head across this bridge as well. Yeah, I mean, it's turning into a base race. True does not care about that army. That army can kill as many bases as he wants. True's going to go ahead and kill everything that Polt has. Yeah, killing this base is a big deal. Absolutely huge. Polt needs that to stay alive, and True very graciously decides to let it live. So this base does die. Some Roaches, some Ravagers coming in to try to deal with this, but it doesn't look like it's enough. However, the overwhelming force of True at this base is doing very well indeed. The Crocobile is taking out medevacs. Tanks are dying. There's really nothing here to stop this from occurring. But same thing on this side of things. There's a handful of Banelings, but I don't think that's enough to kill everything that's here. And, okay. Alright, so maybe it was. Maybe it was if Polt wasn't paying too much attention, which is fair because right now he's getting his natural base absolutely ravaged. More SCVs getting killed. He's down to 5 total SCVs. This is his last hope. He has tanks here. And that is about it. Oh, just kidding. The Liberator support is not bad either. Contamination being tossed down on that starport to prevent them, or prevent it from making any more Liberators. Mules being called down to try to get some repairs off. He's running low on minerals, though. It's a pretty difficult repair. These Ravagers decide to head on back home to try to help deal with this, leaving the Ultras to lay waste to Polt's main base. And yeah, the Liberators do pop out to decide to try to save the base. Nope. They head up instead to join this party, which is actually going fairly well. Polt is going to try to reestablish his base. True is throwing down some Spore Crawlers, which is fine, but I feel like a Spire might have been a great idea at some point. Get some Corruptors to deal with these Liberators, and then the tanks are pretty much dead. Another base under assault here for True. He's losing a lot of drones, but the Ultras decide to walk right on in. Fungal Bile being used. Medevacs and tanks dying left and right there. The Fungals are still on top of these units, but they're alive. They're alive. Polt is relocating his entire base. He can't take his supply depots with him, though, so they will likely die. And Polt is indeed supply blocked, which is an issue. But these Roaches just running to their deaths. That was bad. That was a bad rally out of True. If True loses this game, I don't know. I don't know what I will say. I mean, he has 61 drones, so it's very, very difficult for him to lose this thing, but still, it's Polt. A couple more medevacs die. There's currently 2 in the sky for Polt. These tanks doing fairly well for themselves. 14 kills. Anybody that walks in here is just getting murdered by these Liberators. 15 kills, 26 kills on that siege tank. Just absolutely gorgeous. Any scans available? No scans available, which means he can't get rid of these creep tumors very well. Crocobile slowly whittling down the number of Liberators on the field. Crocobile's landing. The Fungal Biles are big. Wow. Great spread there by True. Knows exactly what he's doing, and that's it. A GG from Polt. Polt is defeated, and True is victorious. Well done. Indeed, to the blue Zerg player. True just absolutely on fire in that game. Got fully upgraded Ultras, got Roaches, got Ravagers, some of which are on fire. Got the aggression in, forced Polt to lose this base. Forced Polt to lose this base. I mean, this one never really got up and going for any length of time. I mean, it did. It got mined out, but still so many dead SCVs throughout that game. 63 were killed throughout. All right, so that's game 1. True takes it, and I'd say moderately convincing fashion. We'll see how things go in game number 2. Can Polt pull even, or is True going to go up 2-0? All right, so stick with me, and I'll be right back. Hello, StarCraft fans! Welcome back to game 2 between Polt and True on Dasan Station, the latter edition. All right, you just came in from game number 1, which True won fairly handily. Unfortunately, I cannot increment... Wait, is it his I can't move, or is it Polt's I can't move? It's Polt's I can't move. That's the problem here. I really got to talk to my interface guy about this. All right, well, we can make it accurate for this game at least. So True is up 1-0 against Polt in this best of 7. Again, it was a pretty good game. I would have liked to see True go for a Spire to deal with the Medivacs especially and dealing with those Liberators, but he didn't. And that's okay, he got the win anyway. True going for hatch first here at the gold base, which is very easily harassable by Reapers, by Marines. We have seen Terran players stick a Reaper back here and kind of shut down all the mining at the base, this base for quite a while, which I think Polt is going to go for. I think he has the sneaking sensation that True's going for the gold base first, so he's going to be ready for it. Got my Reaper name list ready. This is a crazy one. This is a crazy one. All right. I'll see if I can read it. If it is, in fact, going to be a Reaper, I don't see why it wouldn't, based on this gas timing, based on the fact it's so easy to shut this down, at least for a couple minutes, maybe not forever, but at least until a couple queens pop, and make this base utterly useless for True. So Polt is going to wrap up this barracks, and what do we see with our wondering eyes? It is a Reaper. It is a Reaper. This Reaper's name is Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. Which is a kind of flower, right? Chrysanthemum, the Reaper. The suggestion is make sure to choke up plenty. Chrysanthemum's life was no joke. I don't know if that's... Isn't that a flower? Is that a person? Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum is a flowering plant of the genus Chrysanthemum. They are native to Asia and northeastern Europe. I don't think it's a person. I think I need to come up with a story here. All right, so this is Chrysanthemum the Reaper, otherwise known as Chris. His mother died giving birth to him. His dad was an alcoholic and a drunk and beat him every day until one day he snapped at the ripe old age of 16 and killed his own father and was sent to Dominion prison for murder. They strapped him into a Reaper suit, and here he is trying to earn his freedom by killing Zerg, which, as we all know, the success rate is very low. It is very low for the Reapers of this day, but luckily Chris was born and trained by Polt, one of the greatest Terrans of all time. So we'll see if he can make this work. We'll see if there's something Chris can manage to do. He's heading on back this way, I think. Yeah, he's trying to come up here to do this harassment stuff. That is exactly why True is knocking down these rocks, so he can get out there and stop it from happening. That is generally how this works. All right, so throwing down a Creep Tumor too. Great choice. Reapers here, though. Chris is ready to go, and Chris really wants to kill that Creep Tumor. Is he going to get it? He gets it! Chris gets the Creep Tumor, trying to kill some Zerglings too. I mean, got a kill. Creep Tumors don't necessarily count in your favor. I don't know if he can save these rocks, though. It might be better just to straight up start killing these drones, but... KD8 charge is knocking those queens back. Actually, did she go flying? I don't know if she even went flying. Starport on the way for Polt. And I don't think there's any way he's saving these rocks. KD8 charge, knocking that queen again. No! She didn't go anywhere. Is that because she was in a corner? That's an interesting mechanic. Super interesting mechanic. Anyway, Reaper desperately trying to keep these rocks from going down, trying to keep True's attention on these rocks instead of elsewhere. Although an Overlord is scouting and seeing exactly what is going on. Sees the starport, sees the factory, sees the barracks. Nothing too crazy on that side of things. And these rocks are very close to dying, but they're not quite there yet. KD8 charge. No. Thought there was a KD8 charge, but there was not. There go the rocks. Chris recognizes when he's beaten. He decides to head on out with one kill to his name. Overlord dies to these Marines. Double pumping Medivacs. It is going to have to be Medivacs for Polt. I don't know what else it would be. Taking a nice safe expansion here inside the main base. Again, you have to worry about these rocks. You have to worry about that opening, but it's pretty much been taken care of by Polt, who's walled off this section and this section fairly easily. Third base here for True. Again, inside his own main base. This on station is a weird one. It's a weird one, you guys. Is that a Hydralisk? I think that's a Hydralisk being dissected there. Yes, it certainly is. And is that a Zergling? Looks like a Zergling. Maybe a Broodling. I don't know. Did you get another kill there for... Oh, Chris. Oh, Chris. 2 Creep Tumor kills. Really no scouting to speak of. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. You don't get a passing grade from Falcon Paladin today. Killing Creep Tumors and harassing rocks and stuff. Not really going to do it for me. So here comes the drop. There are queens here, there are banelings here, but the banelings are not ready yet. Oh no. Oh no, is he? No, he's not even trying to attack the banelings. That's weird. Marines, are you getting left? No, Marines, why? Oh no, those Marines did not get saved at all by these medevacs. I know, okay, this medevac was very low on HP, didn't want to pick up anybody and die anyway. So it was a command decision that was made. And in the end, it was probably a good decision. 10 drones on the way at the same time for True. He is up 51 to 42 harvesters. More creep tumors dying for True. I'm not sure how much he cares about that, but he's got banelings. He's got lings. No sign of ling or baneling speed. No. Nope. He doesn't have a lair, so it's not going to work for him very well. Inject for True. Ready, set, inject. Thinking about it anyway. So these supply depots, engineering bays, everywhere. Marines coming right on in. Lings, 2. Great kiting, though, by Polt. That's something he's very good at doing. Is making sure slow banelings never really hit him. They have to be speed banelings. They have to be on creep. And even then, it's very difficult. Lings and banes for True, trying to get through this wall. Not too hard, because it's only supply depots. Very easy to knock down if you are 4 or 5 banelings. +1/+1 for the lings coming up for True. And a +1 attack for the infantry and combat shield being researched for Polt. Ah, medevac scouts this out. Oh, is that a lucky scout? That might have been a lucky scout. Banelings getting absolutely set on fire by this tank. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. 30 damage. 35 damage per shot. Banelings don't have that many hit points, as it turns out. And the banelings are all dying. That attack was very ill-fated out of True. Pneumatized coming out for True. Carapace, rather, coming out for True. And Overlords flying over stuff. Is there another Zerg in there? Maybe there is. Just poking a little bit as Polt, not really committing to this point. It's 117 to 116 total supply. A lot of banelings died for a single Marine there. That's exactly what Polt wants to see. He's trying to tack up this narrow choke, which can be difficult, especially if there are banelings. But either way, there's the scan. More and more creep tumors are getting destroyed. And Polt decides that's good enough. He's going to let the creep recede. He's going to let the medevacs scout things out. He's going to bring the tanks in to position to attack everything over here as well. True, again with the slow lings. I just don't know how he's going to make this work. This ling tank stuff is awesome. The banelings are getting focused down by the tanks. Wow, a lot of dead banelings. 15 banelings have died, and I'm pretty sure that units lost tab only shows if they don't explode on their own accord. More and more banelings dying. Sure, they're getting hits off, sort of, but not really. And here comes Polt. He smells blood. He's going for it. There's only queens here defending right now. 28 lings are on the way, but I don't think it's enough. Not enough against these +1 Marines and the Marauders. Not with tank support. Not when the lings only have +1/+1. And yeah, the lings are flooding on in, trying to do this thing, but there's so much damage output right now from the Terran army. They are basically unscathed. Banelings come walking in. Beautiful split and target fire out of Polt, taking down the hatch, taking down the queens. It's 122 to 69 total supply. Polt in full control in this game, and that's it. The GG out of True. True is defeated. Polt is victorious. And Terran gets the win here in game number 2. Beautiful play out of Polt there. I really feel like shutting down this attack was the biggest deal for him. He saw it. I don't know if it was a good scout or not. An accidental scout, possibly. It was a good scout, right? But accidental or intentional. And the medevac flew over, saw it, brought some tanks over, made sure that attack did absolutely nothing. So many dead banelings. 44 dead banelings. 44. Look at that thing. 3 Marauders, 2 medevacs, 28 Marines for 135 lings, 44 banelings, and 11 queens and a hatch. That is as cost-effective as you can get for Polt. So well done. Polt ties up the series 1-2-1. We're going to be back with game number 3 in just a moment. Hello, StarCraft fans. This is Falcon Paladin, back with game number 3 between True and Polt from the Best of 7 series from the finals of Montreal Dreamhack WCS Summer Circuit Championship 2016. This is on King Sejong Station, and let's go ahead and introduce the players. In the top left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is True. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Polt. All right, so Polt versus True. Again, in game number 3, it is tied up 1-1. I would love to put 1-1 up there, but I can't. I used to be able to press Shift and change that count for the top one, but nope, not the case anymore. So we're going to go ahead and put a big old fat 0 there, 0 to 0. for True and Polt, but it's really 1-to-1. You guys know, you've been watching, you know what's happening here. And what looks all the world like another Reaper expand out of Polt. How about, thanks again for all your suggestions for stuff I could watch on Netflix. Definitely put some stuff on my list of stuff to queue up. We have actually started watching Orphan Black. It turns out my sister has all the DVDs, so she let us borrow them, and it's been good. We like BBC America stuff. We watch a lot of Doctor Who. We love Sherlock. Obviously, we've watched about a season and a half of Luther. Maybe it was even that. Maybe half a season of Luther. Anyway, here we are with another Reaper name. We're burning through these Reaper names today, aren't we? And this one is going to be Fox Murder, which is obviously a play on the name Fox Mulder, who is the male lead in the show The X-Files, which has gotten some attention recently because it just got added to Netflix. So I know a couple of my coworkers have actually just binge-watched X-Files in the last couple months or so, really burning through it. I think, what was it, the first 5 or 6 seasons are the original cast with Mulder and Scully, but then they actually recast or brought in new characters to be the main characters on the show for like 2 whole seasons, and people say just don't bother with those ones. I don't know if they're accurate or not, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to watch The X-Files. I have a hard time with straight-up procedural dramas that are kind of just freak of the week stuff. I really kind of like bigger stories, bigger ongoing stories you can pay attention to, and that is something that Orphan Black is pretty good at, as it turns out. So here comes the Reaper, moving on up on his own speed. Again, it is Fox Murder. Got his name because he has a couple games under his belt where he's murdered some drones and things. That is actually 6 lings instead of the standard 4. Is that drone going to die? I don't know, man. You have to go on the creep kitty charge, forcing the lings away, at least zoning them away. These drones, True is brave with his drones. Most pros won't bother saturating this base at all until the queen is up, but True says, you know what, whatever. I'm going to start harvesting when I want. I do what I want, says Cartman. Another amazing show. South Park is incredible. All right, Overlord here in position to scout things out at the Terran base. Our friend Polt is going for a factory and a starport. I mean, there's really no reason to change at this point. Metabolic boosts coming up at the same time, and nothing. I mean, this is almost carbon copy of game number 1. Pneumatized Carapace for True. He loves his fast Overlord scouting abilities. Polt's going to go for a couple medevacs, probably a marine drop. I just don't know what True could expect to be happening here on the other side of things. Why is there an SCV here? SCV is throwing a bunker down in this location. So this is new. This is new. I wonder if it's going to be a tank set up here with a bunker to protect it. And if that's the case, I kind of like this idea. Marines are hoofing it up on their own. Oh, Reaper. Oh, Fox Murder. You is dead. You is dead after killing nothing. But did you scout? Pretty well. I mean, scouting that other refinery would have been awesome. Would have been very good, but didn't. Fox Murder, no drone kills, no ling kills, and about a half-hearted scout. You do not get a passing grade. I know, you were controlled by Polt. That should be a big deal, but it's not. But it is unfortunately not. Alrighty then, lings. Lings knocking down this debris. Creep tumor spreading on out that way too. Got a medevac and a tank flying on out. The tank-back action is hot and heavy right now. And this is exactly why True wants these rocks knocked down, is for this very purpose. Creep tumor dies, and the rocks are dead, and so now this bunker's in trouble. If you can get there, the queen, I don't know if, alright, well the tank's here now, so that opportunity is over. Tank does land, get some shots off on some drones. It's a perfect spot to harass about just these last couple mineral patches. Here come the queens, and Polt knows it's time to retreat. He's out of there. This bunker is gonna die. Can he salvage it in time? He doesn't even bother. The Marines all die too. There are too many queens for the medevac to attempt to pick up, so she is unfortunately supposed to stay here with the tank. Overlord scouting stuff out, seeing exactly what's up. There is a Viking that will probably kill the Overlord at some point. Third command center on the way for Polt, and Speed Overlords just scouting the situation on this section of the map. We'll see the medevac, we'll see the tank. And I mean, sure, you might get over there, but then this happens, right? The tank-evac thing shows up. Another attack this way. I think those lings scouted that, though. It is Marines. It is a Widow Mine. And in production, there are 14 lings. And the queen's heading up over this way, too. Ah, actually picking up the queens in the over. Are you being aggressive with your queens, True? Holy crap, I think he is. Overlord is trying to morph into a drop lord, but a Viking found it. So there's the cancel. True decides to get the heck on out of there. 2.63 move speed versus 3.85. Overlords are faster, even than fast Overlords. Lings here and queen. What? Are you seriously being that aggressive? with your queens. Lings do take down a Marine. Widowmine shot on top of that Overlord. That's not what the Widowmine wanted to do. It probably wanted to smash on these Lings instead, but instead, the queen does end up getting killed. That's nice. And here comes the queen drop. This is weird. This is really weird out of True. I mean, the transfuses are good here, but that's a lot of Marines and a bunch of Hellions as well. Another attempt to drop here is rebuffed by True. The Viking is there to take out that drop lord. Can the queens do this thing? The Overlord wants to be able to drop these Lings in here, but that Viking makes it very difficult. Very difficult indeed. Any transfuses available? Yes, there's another transfuse. Are you just killing SCVs at this point? I think we're just killing SCVs. Marines severely threatening this base. Marine getting killed. Actually going to take out that drone first. No, doesn't take out the drone first. Oh, shoot. The Lings got in. What was this? Was that not a wall? Oh, it was a wall, but there was just a single bunker there with nothing in it. Oh, crap. Polt. All right, so the Viking ends up dead. The drop lord is still alive. Lings are free inside the natural base. Tank desperately trying to hold on, but can't quite pull it off. No, can pull it off. Look at this tank circle of life. SCVs are repairing it, circling it. Oh, it does finally end up dead as the SCVs run for their lives. It's 41 to 35 total harvesters. Polt trying to hold on, but these SCVs have nowhere to go. They are absolutely dead in the water and thought the Marines would protect them, but nope, did not happen. Forced to lift off his natural base at the same time that True takes his own fourth base. It is 37 to 23 total harvesters. Queens really want that medevac to die. Can they get it? No. No, they cannot. True decides it's time to leave. He's done enough damage. He's probably done critical damage to Polt, if we are being honest with ourselves. Baneling Nest coming up now. True is not letting his foot off the gas pedal, making 6 drones at a time right now. And working on yet another extractor. So it's 52 to 23 total harvesters. And transfuse, pick up, head on out. Overlord only has 25 hit points, which seems a little bit risky. And Polt, I mean, yeah, he's on 1 base. Okay, he's back on 2. He's back on 2 base. A Spire on the way for True. He heard me. He heard me. Overlord scouts for a quick third. There is not one there. Stim Marines are faster than Overlord's speed? They are. They actually are. Any Marines die there? Nope. Good babysitting there by Polt, keeping his guys alive. Keeping his Marines alive. And what do we got? Widowmine setting up defense. I mean, it's nice this space is back for Polt, but he's pretty much at half of the worker count of his opponent. His opponent does have a Spire coming in. I'd love to see Corruptors in this situation instead of Mutas just because that Marine count is so high. So high. 20 of them. 20 of those guys with Stim, with +1/+1. And again, the Lings say, we can win this. We can win this thing unless you run off in your medevacs, and they do. They decide it's time to run away. A landing there. Widowmine ready for yet another shot. +2/+2. Is that +2/+2? It is +2/+2. These Lings, man. Upgrades are so good for Lings just because they attack so quickly. Same with Marines, actually. Same reason. Same logic applies to both. So Spire's up, and it's going to be Muta for True. So True's going to try to harass this, which seems like a good idea since there are no Marines and no Widowmines and no missile turrets there whatsoever. Zelnanga Watchtower is up and ready to rock. More Drop Lord play. More Drop Lord play out of True. Oh, man, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. It's 3 Banelings and 2 Lings on an entirely undefended natural base. This base in trouble too. Another SCV gonna die. Baneling rain, and Ling's going to finish off all the SCVs that are so low on hit points. 7, 8 kills, going for 9. Widowmines clearing them out though. Might have actually killed one of his own SCVs there, but I don't actually know. 40 SCVs have been killed so far in this game. It's 29 to 70 harvesters. Polt says enough. Enough is enough. I'm heading on up here with my combat shield and Stim Marines. Gonna try to kill all that I can. There is the scan. There is the creep tumor destruction. There's another scan there. And, I mean, True's aggression has been through the roof to this point. Banelings have speed, but focused. Ooh, pretty big hit there. But mostly focused down, I would say. But still, any number of Marines that Polt loses here, he really can't afford to lose. Where are his Mutas at? His Mutas are there. They don't really want to participate because, again, this is Marine Widowmine, which is pretty much the counter. 2 Mutas. A big, nice hit there. Widowmine shot, killing a queen that just got transfused. Another one dies. Polt is on a rampage right now. Lings and Banelings coming in, curling around from the backside, forcing a pickoff and a retreat. The Widowmines do get cleaned out thanks to the assistance from that Overseer. Whoop, except for that one. Did that one get a shot off as it was dying? I think it did. I think it did. The Muta's going after the Medivacs here, and the Muta's getting focused down fairly well, actually. Queen's stabbing away. Mutas really want to take these things out. I just feel like it'd be a better idea if you had Corruptors, but hey, man, Mutas are pretty darn good, too. Was that another drop? This where the SCVs died? I don't know. Polt is stuck up in this base. His drop is dead, and that's it. A GG from Polt. Polt is defeated. True is victorious, winning game number 3 for Zerg and taking a 2-1 series lead. So nicely done, True. We've kind of been alternating wins back and forth here. It's been True, Polt, True. And to this point, True's looked very good. Very good indeed. Polt just lost too many SCVs is what it was. True killed 45 SCVs in that game, in a 10-minute game. And Polt is all about getting on 3 bases, getting his barracks up, getting a starport up, and just Marine Marauder medevacing you to death with tanks, with Widow Mines sprinkled in from your factory as well. But he can just make continual units off that, just keep the pressure on. And when you kill his economy, you see these pushes that are not as strong, not as intimidating, and True can handle them fairly easily. So, well done by the Zerg. We're going to move on to game number 4 here, and I'll be back in just a second. Hello, StarCraft fans. We're back with game 4 between True and Polt here on New Gettysburg, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right side of New Gettysburg, we have the red Terran player. It is Polt. Currently down 2-1 in the series, but again, if anybody's capable of coming back from a 2-1 series deficit, it is Polt. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is True. Again, up 2-1 on one of the better Terran players on Earth. Can he hold on? Or is this a tale of sadness and woe as Polt comes back? So I have my Reaper list ready just because this is Polt, and I think he goes Reaper Expand in pretty much every matchup, whether it's Terran, Protoss, or Zerg. So let's keep an eye on that. As the barracks is coming up, we'll see a refinery. There it is. There's the refinery just after the barracks, allowing the timing to allow Polt to have 50 gas exactly when he needs it for that Reaper. There is True. Taking a hatch first expansion. It's been the case since Wings of Liberty you can do this, and especially in Legacy of the Void, it's so safe and so easy. No matter what level you're at, Zerg players, go for that hatch first against Terran. You'll be just fine. Hatch first against Protoss is usually also okay. And LOTV, if that blows your little mind. And there's the extractor. True now saving up some minerals to go for a spawning pool after another drone. Wait, nope, there it is. There's the pool. There is the pool already on the way. So barracks complete, knowing Polt instant Reaper. And it is an instant Reaper. This Reaper's name is Obi-Wan Reapobi. Obviously a Star Wars reference from Obi-Wan Kenobi, but Obi-Wan Reapobi is an old man. He used to be a ghost, actually, in the Terran army, but then he got old and wasn't as capable anymore. They threw a Reaper suit on him and said, hey man, go make yourself useful, Obi-Wan Reapobi. And he said, fine. Fine, I'll do it. I'll try to kill some drones. I'll try to kill some lings. I'll probably go out in a blaze of glory because Reapers explode when they die. It's not a bad, like, as far as dramatic deaths go, it's pretty awesome, actually. True is getting 6 lings in response and 2 queens. Obi-Wan Reapobi has decided to go right past that dead ghost. It looked like a dead ghost, didn't it? Kind of did. On this blood-stained road where there are pockmarks and explosions, going to move up this ramp, probably to his death, and he knows it. He sees the 6 links and says, I am so outnumbered right now, but I do have a speed advantage. And again, True happily mining through this. I mean, just not a care in the world. He's mining from this natural base. Again, a lot of players will keep their drones away from the natural until the queen pops, but not True. Not True. The queen has popped. Speed is about 45% complete, maybe closer to 40. Hard to tell from that visual examination. And yeah, Obi-Wan Reapobi hasn't scouted, hasn't killed a single thing, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, make your people proud. Okay, so you scouted for the lack of a third base. Congratulations. No one's giving you a medal for that one. Polt, meanwhile, is going for a factory back home. He's got an orbital command coming up too, and stim for his marines that he will inevitably make. True is also going for pneumatized carapace, which is speed for overlords, which he loves very much. Especially in this particular series, I think he's gotten it in 4 straight games now, so that is dead impressive. Dead impressive for a player of True's capability. Alright, so here we go. True of Psystorm Gaming versus Polt. Who's Polt playing for? I think it's Team Envy right now. Man, I wish I could remember. Anyway, I think it's Team Envy. Third base coming up for True. Psystorm rooting for their native son so hard right now. Psystorm not as very well known having an organization, but obviously getting some players of some serious talent and serious skill ability, if true is any indication. Ling's heading on back this way. Overlord scouting on top of this thing for any Terran attacks that are going to come his way. I don't know. But again, Polt just has a ton of Marines. That's what he does. He double pumps Marines. Obi-Wan Repobi is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. Has he scouted yet? No, I'm okay. He saw the third base. That's fine. That is fine. But these Lings are out for blood, and they want to find this guy so bad. So bad. Takes his Zelnaga watchtower, taps it, then heads on out. The Lings want him dead. The Overlord scouts him. The drone overhead has revealed his location. Now the Lings... Where did he go? Where did he go, say the Lings? He's coming onto the creep. Obi-Wan going for the scout. Boom. Boom. Obi-Wan. Brutal. Brutal death for a well-beloved Reaper. Used to be Ghost. Used to be a Ghost. But man, you got to go out sometime. And sometimes you go out in a blaze of glory. Here comes the drop. The traditional like 16 Marine 2 medevac drop that Polt is a big fan of. Gonna try to drop it here, possibly. I don't really see him heading for the main for some reason. Overlord did scout that thing out. 20 Lings on the way for True. He's up 38 to... Oh, actually down. 38 to 40 Harvesters. True's had the lead for so often in this particular series that I just assumed he had the worker lead. Another Overlord dies. Does supply block True temporarily. 20 Banelings. Did you see that? Did you see 20 Banelings out of True? That is not a small number. That is a large number. That is an extraordinarily large number. Maybe try to threaten the third here. Again, slow Banes, because there is not a lair yet. So here we go. Polt, I'm pretty sure True's just giving up on this base. And he is. He's giving up on the base. What the drops? Dang it. Dang it, me. Watch that minimap. Watch that minimap. Okay, so that's what happened. Lings, Banelings inside the main base here. Going for these SCVs, running for their lives. There are too many Banelings. Oh, the SCVs are gone. Down to 31 SCVs killed. 9 left for Polt. Everything dead here in the main base. Yeah, the third base died, but I'm not sure how much True actually cares about that. Lings want to kill these Marines. Can they do it? They can. They take out all the Marines. The Lings are free inside the main base of Polt. I don't know what Polt can do. He's losing his refineries. Are there any Widow Mines here? Not really. Not really. A tank pops out. That's not exactly what you need against this number of Lings, but Polt has been rebuffed once again. Lings here trying desperately to hold on. And can this tank kill this number of Lings? There are 3 remaining. It's going to be very close indeed, but no. 1 Ling remaining. The tank ends up completely dead. More and more Lings flooding across the map right now. This is what I like to do, is just kind of Ling flood from time to time. Spines poking away, target firing those Banelings as much as possible, but no, some good Baneling hits there. As the Lings just continue to lay waste. Was that a drop? I need to rewind this one and take a look because, wow, Polt with a GG. Polt is defeated, True's victorious, and True takes the 3-1 series lead in this best of 7. True's 1 game away from winning this series, you guys. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, so we're going to back up a little bit. Where is my thing? Let's go like to 6 minutes? No, that attack's already happening. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. We're seeking... What is it? Did he leave the door down? Is that what happened? Oh my gosh, he just walked right in. Oh no, Polt. Oh no. The Banelings then knocked everything down here. There are a handful of Marines remaining. The Lings decided to go after the supply depots and this mineral line. And, I mean, yeah, losing that was kind of a big deal for True, but he just walked right on in. True was not ready for that. I mean, Polt was not. Absolutely not ready for that. He did his best to come back from it, but it was nearly impossible. So, holy cow. That was it. That was it for game number 4. Let's go ahead and move on to game number 5, and I'll be back in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to this best of 7 series between True and Polt from the Dreamhack Montreal best of 7 finals. In the bottom left of our map, Galactic Process, it is the blue Zerg player. It is True from Psystorm Gaming. Currently up 3-1, 3-2-1 against his opponent, who is Polt in the top right, the red Zerg player, red Terran player from Team Envy. Did I call him the Zerg player? I apologize. I apologize so profusely. That's embarrassing. That is just embarrassing. All right, so in this map, I just recently cast a game between Euthermal and Serral that was insane. Like, insanely good. One of the better ZVTs I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not going to spoil the outcome, but maybe in the top right I'll put a link to it if you haven't seen it yet, because it was pretty good. Anyway, Polt is, again, going for the Reaper Expand. It's what he knows. It is safe. It allows him to be aggressive while at the same time get his economy up and running. And, got a name ready to go, although Polt could surprise us and make a Marine out of this. Nah, he's not going to do that. True tried and tested hatch first into an extractor into a pool. Nothing wrong about that one either. And True's just done an amazing job with macro, I think is what it is. He gets up a giant number of workers. He holds the initial aggression off with Lings and Banelings and Queens, and then somehow he has like a 30 worker lead on Polt. Does some Baneling drops, walks some Banelings in the front door, and Polt's in trouble. So this is the Reaper, a Riley Reaper the second. I don't know if I've actually had a Riley Reaper before, so I don't know if it's second on my channel, but who knows? What is he? Oh, it's Mass Reaper. Polt is going for the 3 racks Reaper. He is. I thought that was a factory. Nope, 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 nope. This is a 3 racks play out of Polt. And so, all right, so this is Riley the Reaper. We're not going to name the rest of these Reapers because this is going to turn into something crazy, but we'll keep an eye on this dude and see if he can survive long enough to attack with his brethren or if he dies early. There are 4 Lings on the way for True, getting speed, getting a couple Queens. Again, he hasn't scouted this because nobody drone scouts at the professional level, which again, I feel like if you saw this coming, you'd be in a better spot, but anyway, the Lings are here. There are 6 of them. Riley Reaper the second is kind of bouncing around, staying on the creep. Surprisingly, really wants to kill that drone. Did knock it away, did do 10 points of damage to it, but not really enough to kill it. Queen starting to pop, and here comes the second Reaper. Riley says, "What up, brah? What up? Let's kill us some stuff." Second Reaper immediately tells True that this is going to be a crazy 3 racks Reaper because nobody makes 2 unless they're going to make 15. There's the third one. So immediately, Ling's on the way. Speed is not quite done yet. It's going to be a bit of a hairy couple moments here for True. Oh, beautiful Ling positioning. Beautiful Ling positioning. Queen's trying to stab away, avoiding the KD8 charges. Yes, it's only 10 damage, but that adds up. That adds up a lot. And they're going to get a Queen. No, good micro from True. No Queen there. True is desperately, desperately waiting for speed to come up as that Queen dies. More and more of the Reapers are in production, getting pumped out 3 at a time out of Polt. This is not like the 5 racks Reaper from Heart of the Swarm, or was it Late Wings of Liberty, where it was so difficult for Zerg to hold off because Roaches didn't have enough range to really deal with these guys. And the Reapers did extra damage versus buildings. I mean, it was like insta-win for Terran for a long time. Well, I guess not a long time. Oh, they actually caught a Reaper there, but Riley still lives. Riley still lives. Where are these Lings going? I don't know. Ling's doing a bit of a merry-go-round here. Possibly going to try to harass. I think the Reapers are worried about harassment on the natural, but the Lings are not going that far. Not going that far at all. And True is deciding to deal with this with Lings. He's not going Roaches. I don't see that he has a Roach Warren at all. He does not. He does not have a Roach Warren. He's dealing with Mass Reaper with just straight-up Ling, which I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. These Lings knocking down these rocks, allowing another avenue into this area here, which is weird because that ramp's open. And, I mean, you can get in here if you want, but I guess sneaky backdoors are always good. Overlord scouting where the Reaper crew is. And, uh-oh, I forgot which one was Riley. We're going to make sure this one's Riley. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter which one of these is Riley. But we'll try to keep an eye on at least the Reapers in general. 7 drones on the way out of True. It is, he's going to take a lead here with the worker count anyway. Slowly incrementing up past Polt 32. Again, if True wins this game, he wins the series 4-1. 4-1ing Polt kind of puts you in God tier in StarCraft 2, especially if it's in a finals. I don't know if I've ever seen Polt lose 4-1 against a Zerg. I mean, not at this level anyway. I don't know. All right, Ling's knocking down these destructions as well. The Lings are on top of these SCVs. SCVs running all the way out of their main base. This is what True does. He's aggressive. He's a fighter. He gets right on in there. he gets out before the Reapers show up, before the Marines show up. Allow these Lings to do their job. There's another attack path. Boop. You see this wall? Not the greatest wall, because these Lings can use this attack path now. These Lings can use this attack path now. Yes, the Reapers want to kill all of them. But what this does is it keeps the Reapers away from True's base, which is exactly what he wants. Exactly what True wants. A couple of Reapers do end up getting killed here, caught away from the group. Lings trying to get on top of these Marines, and do manage to do so, getting right on top of the Marines. SCVs fighting for their lives, but just getting killed in the process. So many dead SCVs. 44 to 30 Harvesters and 13 SCVs have been killed so far, and here's the more aggression out of True. I mean, it's not that True's doing anything insane. He's using Lings, he's using Banelings. I mean, yeah, he's able to get Overlord speed and drops a little bit earlier, but I mean, this is stuff that's been possible since Heart of the Swarm. I just don't know. I don't know what makes True so good at it, is the idea. So this base, again, under assault. That Queen is likely going to die. As Reapers don't do a lot of damage versus Queens, but it is definitely enough. Marines, they're able to deal with that incursion fairly easily. Couple Lings, couple Speedlings, and Queens show up. That's enough to chase the Reapers away. So again, 50 to 38 Harvesters. True has that lead that he always seems to have at about the 7-minute mark in these games. Baneling Nest on the way. Lair coming up to +1/+1 for his Lings. True is so dependent on Lings in these games. I mean, even in games where he goes Roach Ravager, he still has a ton of Queens. Can he keep the Queens alive and kill a Reaper too? The answer is no. No, he cannot. Lings still doing stuff, forcing a liftoff on that third base. Polt is being harassed non-stop. Non-stop. Lings come in once again, getting shoot away, but again, keeping Bolt inside his base. Polt wants to be dropping with these Marines, but he can't, because there are Lings trying to murder his face every time he does. Polt can't land his third base. A third base, okay, third base here, and a fourth base under construction for True. APM for these guys is well over 400 right now. Well over 400. 53 to 41 total Harvesters. More and more Lings coming up for True. He has 58 on the field. 58 total. No Banelings yet, but you have to imagine Banelings will factor into this at some point. Reapers just chilling, not being as active as I would expect out of Polt, but maybe he's just busy playing defense. I mean, that seems possible. Burrow on the way. Centrifugal Hooks on the way. Melee attack finished. Did that finish, that +1? It did. +1/+1 has been completed here. Creep Sprint continuing for the Zerg player, and yeah, just upgrades and dances, and finally Polt is dropping in 8 minutes. It seems late. It seems late for our Terran player, and it probably is. Lings trying to sneak it around. Here come the medevacs, though. Dun 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 dun. Ready to not going anywhere yet. Thinking about it. There it is. Boosting in. Gonna try to sneak over this way. There are Banelings. They almost have speed. Almost have speed. Oh, the Reapers, though. That's the end. That's the end of all the Reapers. Goodbye, Reapers. Thank you for coming. The Marines say, we must avenge our fallen Reaper brethren by not getting killed by these Banelings. Good focus firing. Once again, Polt is good at that. And is it enough? Lings are clearing. Oh my gosh, a huge swell of Lings. And Polt is forced to evacuate, forced to pick up and get the heck on out of there. Running all the way around, the Lings and the Banelings. This Queen might end up dead before anything else happens. There's a Liberator on the way for Polt. Can he win this thing with Liberator support? I don't know. I don't know. He's caught up in worker supply. It's 55 to 52 total Harvesters, which is nice. Which is very nice. Ling's trying to sneak around at the same time. We've got Marines. We've got Widow Mines. True's expanding again. He is going for his 5th base. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th base before the 10-minute mark. I mean, he's kind of crazy. He is kind of insane, but it's working for him. So who am I to criticize? All right, so there's a bunker here. I'm not sure how much it saves these SCVs against Lings and Banelings, but I mean, that's the thing, is that Polt knows how to play against Ling Baneling. He's been doing this for years now. Like, why is this so effective against him? I don't understand. Forces to cancel on that base. Polt gets a minor victory there. Another drop down here for Polt. Anybody nearby to defend? Not really. Everybody's leaving. Those rally points seem to be heading up to the top left side of the map and not so much down here at the 3rd base. So once again, some more Marines die. Some get picked up. and saved. True is really doing nothing to deal with these medevacs. He doesn't have Ravagers. There's another huge Ling attack on over here. Banelings killing more SCVs. 13 SCVs murdered. What? Herbert trying to burrow these dudes does not happen. 61 to 42 total Harvesters moving in with this attack. Queens, again, stabbing down everything. There's another attack up on this way. Lings trying to kill as much as they possibly can and doing fairly well for themselves before they get cleaned out. Queens do take down the medevac, though, so that's a big loss for Polt. Don't want to lose those medevacs. Need them for stuff. Need them for healing. Need them for transportation. Banelings just crashing through. They don't care if they're on creep. They don't care about anything. Wow. All right, so this base is likely going to die, but coming right on through because that supply depot is down, or 100 Lings with +2/+2, just going right at these Marines, right at these Marauders. Polt is pinned against the wall. There's nowhere to micro. There's no medevac support whatsoever. That was a massacre. And that's it, a GG from Polt. Polt is defeated, True is victorious, and True wins the series 4-1. What an absolutely stunning outcome for True. I mean, he's good, right? We've seen him on the channel over the last few weeks or so. I've started casting his stuff, especially from Shanghai, and again, from this tournament from Montreal. But, I mean, if you had told me a best of 7 between True and Polt, True 4-1's Polt, I would have not believed you for anything. Like, not for anything whatsoever. That was just beautiful play from True. Again, standard stuff. He didn't do anything weird. It was just Lings with upgrades. It was Banelings. It was some Ravager and Fester stuff. Sure, some Ultras in one of the games. But this is really all it was. Just aggression. Just making 100 million Lings. 96 on the field. 211. So that's 300 Lings he made in an 11-minute game. And still had the income level to deal with it. To basically surpass Polt's. And again, it's because of the aggression. He ended up killing 31 SCVs. Never let this base really do much of anything. He was continually assaulting this base. Polt had a supply depot down. I'm not sure how much of it would have really mattered. But True, watch out for this guy. Watch out for this guy in the future. He has a bright, bright future ahead of him. So, all right, that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another Legacy of the Void series. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Stick around. I do 2 daily Legacy of the Void uploads every single day. You can also find me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.